Okay, I think it's time to finally try to get these guys running.
Hold up now, let's try that again with more energy.
Hello, and welcome back to the channel. My name is John.
And if you've been here before, you saw us fixing this jet ski over here a while back. But today we got a new one for you. It's a Kawasaki, another Kawasaki 900 STX. It's 1999 jet ski, so it's a little bit newer than this one. This was in 1994. We picked it up in the wintertime, but it's been sitting for a while, and we finally got some good weather to work on it. What is it? I'd like to start at least with this one. This is a Kawasaki 900 STX. This is a Sea-Doo Bombardier. I don't know much about them, but they do have stickers from 2018, I think, last time they were put on the water, so not too long ago. This one looks like the one that's in better condition than the two. And the only real problem is there's a lot of oil down here, and so we might have some oil leaks. So I'm thinking about taking the carb off and replacing these oil lines that go down to this oil pump. Everything here looks pretty easy to get to, but before I do any of that, I'd like to hook up a battery to this and just see if it turns over, see if it fires, and then go from there. But man, this is a triple carb. This has got some power. If we can get this thing running, I think you can ski behind this or kneeboard or something. It'll be really nice. Big two-person machine. Same with this one. But let's get a battery and start doing some diagnosis. Here we go. 7/12/2018. All right, this looks broken here, but we're wired up for now. Does anybody know what this is? I mean, wonder what that is. I'll have to look that up. See if we can find a key in here. All right, that'll work. This is already on. Is it gonna have any lights? Oh, we're getting a light there. Okay. Warning light. All right. Let's give this a shot. That doesn't sound good, does it? I think it's trying to turn over the engine. Let's see. We may have to put some magic mystery oil or something down in these pistons. Battery's good. It should be charged up. Alright, I guess let's start cracking into this engine. The chicks are about, I don't know, 5 weeks old now, maybe 6 weeks. I'm going to go ahead and take out these spark plugs. Pretty new though. Let's go ahead and take this flame control valve cover, or whatever this is, flame control cover, off. Okay, three pieces. All right, doesn't matter which way it goes. I guess it goes like that. Alrighty. Yeah, this is 5mm, and I don't have a small enough bed for this, so I'll have to do this by hand. I don't know, what's this in here? Check this out. Piece of rubber, plastic. Where'd that come from? Right on the edge there, maybe? Oh yeah? Looks like it. Yeah, look at this. A real rubber gasket right there. Huh. Looks like a lot of it. There's nothing on this. Maybe that burnt up. Maybe it sucked it in and burned it up, but man, this is falling off. This one here, still got a little bit left. Oh yeah, it's just falling in there. I guess it's brittle enough where it could possibly burn up. Look at that, it's just falling in there as I moved it. Yeah. I guess maybe it's just a little gasket on there. Completely corroded. Alright, well, I'll pick it out of there, and at least we got some more room. I think I can replace these oil lines. Oh, look at that, it's completely off. Okay, so yeah, that's gonna leak oil. These other two feel like they're on there, so yeah, we'll see how brittle these things are. I'll probably replace all three of them. That's where that oil's coming from. But I'd like to get the engine turned over at least first. Alright, let's just take this whole car bath. I've got the throttle cable removed, but I need to take these gas lines and these oil lines off. See if I can. I might just have to reach around. Oh, look at that. There's a little gasket. This is the fuel pump here. So the gas is coming in to the bottom of the fuel pump, and then it's coming down this rail here. I would think it's just the return. Maybe that's the return. Okay. Yeah, there's the other one down there. That one's broken, and I hope they didn't try to run this without any oil lines. All right, so we got two more gas lines right there going into the fuel pump. Let's cut those off and pull this out of here. Alright, I've taken the fuel lines off. I've got them all labeled to make it easy so I don't mess anything up when I put it back together. But let's take this out. Look at that. So that's the one that was working with oil. I'm not concerned with oil in that one. This one looks a little dry. It's got a little oil on there, so maybe the engine's alright. Definitely these plastic pieces are still in here. One just fell out of my hand. Alright, so I don't know if we're gonna have to rebuild this or not. We might tear it apart and look at it, see how bad those diaphragms are. Might need a rebuild. Alright, I'm just wondering if the engine will turn over any easier without the spark plugs in. Hopefully we won't suck anything down here. Let's give it a little tap here. Nothing. Well, that starter sounds like it's kicking in. Just the engine's not moving. Look at that drive shaft right there. See if it's turning at all. It's trying to turn. Alright, we're gonna have to soak these pistons, see if we can get this free. You know what, before I go to the store, I think I want to take this cover off and just have a sneak peek at what we're looking at. So it's not that many bolts, 10 mil that come straight off here, so let's do that. 12 mil. Alright, I've gotten all these bolts off. Let's see if I can. I think I've gotten all the bolts off. Oh man, I don't know, I might have to stop. Looks like the wife over there has come outside with a beer. Are you inviting me over there? Alright, well, this might be my stopping point for today, guys. Might be. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Oh yeah, this is as I suspected. Look at that. These were where there's no oil. These are nice and dark. Plenty of oil on that one. What the heck is this? Oh my goodness. See that right there? It's like a nail or something. Look at that. It's like, I don't think that's supposed to be there. Destroying the piston wall there. Oh man. That might be a problem. Hey, don't start without me.
Look at his claws.
It's massive. Oh, he's massive.
Yeah, he's fine.
He's still got us.
Which side of the road do you think he wants to be on?
I don't know. He's probably going to lay eggs somewhere, you know?
Should I put him on that side? Gracious.
Yeah, just put him over there in the grass. He'll find his way. All right. Well, anyway, it's the next day out here, and I was thinking, I really want to figure out what this is here. I mean, I wonder if I can pull it out. Oh, look at this. It might be coming out. Can you guys see that? Hopefully I got good lighting here. Oh, I just broke whatever that was. Broke it out. I mean, this is... What is that? I really like to know what this is. All right, I'm gonna get some pliers and see if I can pull that out. It is stuck in there. I mean, it looks like a nail. All right, I'm gonna see if I can get the engine to move at the same time. Maybe it can go. Maybe it's on its way down. Let's see. Oh, it is. There we go. That was locking the engine up right there. And I still got another piece there. Still got another piece in there, but hey, that was it. And I'm gonna tap the engine. I think this piston will go down a little bit more. Oh, it's coming up. Shoot. I want it to go all the way down. Ah, it's quick. There we go. Got it. All right. So here are the two pieces of something that was caught. What the heck could this possibly be? Well, I definitely scarred the engine. Sheesh. Bunch of oil in my face. All right, well, we got it moving over now. We figured out that issue, but look at the scarring right here. That's definitely going to have a performance impact on that engine. I wonder if we can hone that out, or if we just leave it as is and see if we can get this thing started before we do any more work. It's not hard to get to this. I could take it to a machine shop and they could possibly fix it. I might do that, but before we do that, let's see if we can get it firing. A lot of oil in there. All right. And look, the oil's hanging out in there. It's not like it's, you know, maybe it's creating somewhat of a seal. Maybe the oil gas mixture will seal this enough where this thing will still go pretty good without having to re-hone that cylinder in there. Oh, look at these hands. This one is going to be real pretty. She's golden and black. They got some gray ones or olive ones, I think. Those are going to be pretty as well. All right, so this is the little bitty nail, or whatever this is. It's pretty hard. It's not a soft wire. Feels like a nail of some sort. It was bent like that inside the piston, and it was in this one.
JetSkiPlus.com site, and I'm pulling up the piston repair kit for the 900 STX, and this doesn't look like a ring. It looks like these little clips here, which is what are these things? Maybe these are wrist pens or wrist pen circle clip. That's probably what it is. Wrist pen circle clips. That appears to be what is broken off here. Not the rings, but it looks like I'm going to have to take this piston out and get a rebuild kit and repair it.
But that's our culprit right there, guys. Let's pop these open, or just one of them at least. See how the diaphragms look inside. See if we need to get a carb rebuild kit on this, and just do some quick diagnosis.
This actually looks
Really good in here. This diaphragm. You know what? I'm tempted to throw this back on the machine. See if we can get it fired up now that the engine turns over.
This is water.
Let's see how much. It's gonna fill up pretty quick. We're gonna let the water come out first. Well, it's draining. There's a little oil down there. I guess most of that is water though. Yeah, it's still just water. Oh, there's oil. Ah. Lovely, lovely. Oil. Well, I'm getting low on the liquido de arranque, but I'll pick some up at the store when I get the rest of the supplies. Oh man, see that? That just spit all the way over here. Let me get my jacket and stuff out of the way. All right, let's try that again. I want to see if we're getting any type of spark here though, without trying to get all messy. I see a spark. I see it. So we're getting spark. That's good. Stator's working. Getting power. Just want to see it spark. That was the middle one. I want to get them all firing. Come on. All right, well, I heard it fire over at least once or twice. I think that was this one here. All right, well, we need to get a few parts. We need to go to the store. We need to get some these are all cracked. These oil tubes here. We're gonna get a new fuel filter. The fuel lines look okay. I'm gonna leave those for now. I'd say 5 or 6 feet of oil line, one fuel filter. Shoot, we might be back on the water. Okay, look what just came in. I got some new Tygon PVC fuel and lubricant tubing. It is for the fuel, nope, it's for the oil lines here. Hopefully they will not crack and go hard after a few years. I think this is the good stuff. So let's get these installed. All right, I've got 3 of these hooked up to the fuel pump here, and I was able to run them around to the bottom of this carburetor. So now let me hook up these fuel hoses and we'll put the top back on next. You know, I don't know if this fuel pump is working or not. All right, I think we got a fuel pump issue. I'm going to take this back off and see if we can get down to the root of the problem here. Oh, you're just going to sit down right there.
Lovely. You like it there? You trying it out for us?
I want to take this fuel pump off to see if this is working. There we go. It may need a rebuild. Okay, let's take a look at this. It looks pretty clean in there. This diaphragm, I mean, it doesn't look that bad, right? But it's hard to tell if it's working by the way it looks. I'm going to see if I can take this apart here. This is a Torx. Okay. A little bit of debris in there. A little bit of rust going on in there. It made a good connection though, a good seal. I think that diaphragm probably will still work. I don't see anything systemically wrong with this. I'm going to clean it up a little bit and put it back together, see if I can get it pumping. What are you doing? What are you doing in here? Huh? Get up. Get. The fuel should come in here, I believe, because it'll come this way and then it won't be able to go back. That's our stop valve. So it comes in the yellow on the bottom, and then it won't be able to go back out, and then it'll get pushed back out through this way, get pushed through the engine that way, and won't be able to come back. So that, I think that's the cycle. So this is where our filter needs to go on this line. All right, so let's put this back together and see if we can get it pumping. All right, there we go. Well, I don't know if I quite said that right, but there are some markings here. The blue one is in, and the yellow one is return. So that makes sense. Comes in here, and then the extra goes back there, and then it also comes down this fuel line. I believe this is return as well. So I think that this here is probably the prime, because I'm noticing this choke is not anything other than looks like it primes this little fuel tube, and I don't even know where it goes to because it was already disconnected. But one of the line goes into the main fuel line, and one maybe this is supposed to be injected in the top of each one of these, which was already disconnected. But I bet you that's what it's for, just to inject a little bit of fuel in there to prime it up. And it looks like you pump it. I'm going to pump it like this. Pump it a few times. It's going to come out. Let's see. Come on. Okay, so maybe it's just more of a suction. So let's see if I can get this camera here. I'll put my finger over here. I can hear it sucking. Okay, and then it's spitting out right there where the connections aren't too secure. So I imagine if we hook that up to here, then it's going to apply a little bit of suction and maybe pull some of the extra fuel in. So I guess that's how the choke works on this machine. Just build up the suction a little bit. I don't know about this. Maybe I need to replace this. Starting to get something here. So I got it on this line here, and it's sucking in fuel. Come on, sucking fuel. So all right, it looks like the fuel pump's working. So once I hook up the engine, it'll suck from here, which is the way it should work. And that should activate the fuel pump. And this is just the overflow, the return back to the fuel line. So what I need to do now is just hook this all up, make sure I got a nice, good, sealed connection everywhere, and see if we can get some fuel pumping in here. All right, I've gone ahead and hooked up, I guess, my extra oil lines. I've turned in these lines into fuel lines, which I believe is connected to this. Looks like a choke, but it's really more like a primer. So there you go. Now it's kind of priming the system a little bit. So I guess you just pump that a little bit times. Oh, you know what? It says primer right there. Now that I see it. All right, so that's what it is, a primer. That was completely disconnected, so that wasn't going to work. All right, so I think we're good in terms of the oil lines and the fuel lines. All right, now I'm going to put this cover back on. I want to get a good vacuum in here, see if we can get that fuel pump working. Okay, finally, let's get this cover on here. There we go. Oh, shoot. Where'd that thing go? I see it. See it way down there. Okay. It's time to try to start this thing up for the first time. For real. For real. I primed it already. Give it a couple more spins. Come on. Oh man! All right, we're not gonna run her too long. We need to hook some water up to here. Maybe give her a flush all that oil, extra oil in there, and let it burn off. Oh man! Oh yeah. Here's all that extra oil coming out. Look at that. Whew. Wow. Man, that was it. That was it. It was a nail on this thing, and it still sounded pretty good. But man, oh yes. Whoo, she sounds great. I don't know when the last time she was started. All right. There we go. All right, don't have the water turned on yet, but let's go ahead and get this start and then run and turn the water on. Starts right up. Alright, the water's coming out now, that's good. My spark plugs were not tight. Look at that. Oil's coming out through there. So let's tighten that up. All right, that should be snug. I already did the other two. There we go. There we go. I don't know how much oil is in here either, so let's throw a little bit in here. That's good enough for now. Okay. That's looking pretty dirty. You're supposed to stop the water and then turn the engine off to avoid hydro locking. Guys, I'm super excited. I don't know what to say. This was way easier than I thought it would be. I was really scared after we saw that nail in the piston. So I think we can call this a success. I mean, I haven't put this on the water yet. It sounds great. I think it's gonna run well. We still got this one to go, so this is gonna probably be a separate video all on its own. I haven't even diagnosed this one. This one looked just like an easier diagnose, but I don't know. Who knows? This one might be just as easy or easier, hopefully. I think we're done here. I mean, we've got the oil lines hooked up. We've got the fuel primer lines hooked up. We fixed that piston, or at least we took the nail out of the piston. We didn't really fix the cylinder. And I don't really have to dig much deeper into this thing. The fuel lines looked okay. They weren't too brittle. So I'm going to leave those as is. I think it's usually just those old oil lines that crack and go bad. Before we put this on the water, let's fix this. Let's fix this hole. I mean, I don't know what this stuff is, what type of tape this is, but I think we can find some marine Bondo or something, and I don't know what to fix it with, but I'd like to fix that. I mean, this paint job on here is pretty rough too. This is coming off. So there's a few more body issues I think that we can fix on this and get this on the water. All right, this looks like aluminum foil duct tape. All right, well, that's probably good enough for now. All right, let's give this a power wash. All right, it's time we fix this hole here. I put a little bit of this fiberglass right here, and then I've got a couple extra fiberglass sheets, so I'm going to try to layer it in at least a couple times, and then spread some fiberglass resin on here. This is the fiberglass resin I'm going to use. I got a whole gallon of it because I thought I might use it for other projects. I don't think I'm going to need this much. And I've got a couple red Solo cups here for mixing. And this is the activating agent, 2 ounces of that, and they have some nice measurements here by 1/4 ounce. All I need is about 1/4 ounce for 16 ounces. So I'm going to take this fiberglass resin, and I just opened it up. It smells exactly like the Bondo fiberglass resin, but I'm hoping it's better. It says marine formula, so we will see. Okay. I'm just going to take this off and just, instead of doing it by drops, I'm just going to fill it all the way up to this line here. Should be good. Spilled a couple on the side anyway, so put that in there. Let's mix this up. Oh, look at it, it's changing colors on me. It's getting brownish. Let's just layer this in like this. I think I'm going to need more fiberglass. I'll put a little bit around here. Maybe it'll get in these cracks or hold these cracks together as well. Something hit this for sure. All right, I might just leave that. I might have to come back and sand it down, do some more coats on here. But for the rest of this, I'm going to use right here. See if I can put these mats down in this, fill all these cracks in this paint. So let's give this a shot. Okay, it's starting to get a little sticky, so I think I need to hurry up. Look at that. Look how fast that hardened. That was way too quick. Wow, what was that, like maybe a couple minutes of working time? Oh, that's hard. I can't even squeeze that right now. All right, so that was practically no working time. Maybe if I don't put as much activating agent in there, then it'll give me more working time. And this is hard as a rock, which is what I want. I mean, look at this thing. I mean that. Oh, man. Okay, well, let's go in the trash. All right. So let's do this again. I'm going to cut the recipe in half. All right, let's get moving. Let's go. Get an edge of this going around. I'm hoping it'll kind of seal it in. At the very least, it'll help these cracks in the side here. Fill all these little joints so the paint won't crack anymore. I'm not going for a beautiful thing here, just more functional. Yeah, I'm not gonna have enough. I'll have to come back and do another coat on this, but I can prevent this paint from chipping anymore. Okay. All right, that did a pretty good job. Looks like it sealed it in pretty well. This might work out. Not the most beautiful job in the world, but all right, well, it's been a couple weeks and we've got this back up on blocks here because we were able to take this on the water. I was not able to get that filmed, but got a couple issues with it. One is I believe it's taking on water on one of these things back here, so we need to figure that out. But the engine did lock back up. That's the main issue. So I believe the nail that we thought was just a nail was actually a piston. I believe it's called a wrist clip, piston wrist clip. Not a piston ring; those are flat. But maybe that got loose and broke apart, and you know, got inside between the piston wall and the piston. So we need to take that engine apart. We probably need to replace the sleeve on the piston, especially if we're not getting good compression, to really do it right. So I'm going to hold that to the next video. So we're going to go ahead and close this one out. At least got this working. We know what the problem is. But so go ahead and like and subscribe. Appreciate you watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. We did get this registered and now legal to put on the water.